everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening for another Scranton Talks episode. My name is Desiree Zielinski, if you haven't known by now, and I am the co-founder of the Independent Film Creative Hub. I'm also the founder of NEPA Film Society, a local filmmaking community here in Northeast Pennsylvania. I'm also the organizer of the Mystery Box Film Challenge.
And my name is Luz Cabrales. I am the founder of Scranton Films, the co-founder of the Independent Film Creative Hub, and your host today. I'm very excited because today is a special episode, right? That's right.
Yeah, we have a very special episode. You have some friends with you, I see.
Yes, I have Taffy and Artie with me today. If you guys don't know who they are, you're gonna find out in a little bit when we have our guest join, Jolie Cook. Jolie is a talented, actually multi-talented actress, performer, singer in this area. But before we get to her, let's talk a little bit about some updates and some housekeeping that we have today.
Yeah, I think the big thing we have coming up in April is the Northeast Pennsylvania Film Festival. That's going to be happening on April 14th through the 16th this year. Make sure you save the date. A lot of great stuff is coming. A lot of things are updated. So if you go to their website, nepafilmfestival.com, you can see the schedule for the weekend and you can purchase tickets. And the Northeast Pennsylvania Film Festival is hosted by the Waverly Community House in partnership with WVIA. So excited. And we have a wonderful mystery box block that weekend. 8 wonderful films. Can't wait to see everybody for that as well.
Yes. I'm very excited because I think this year they have quite a bit of good selections.
Yeah.
We have the mystery box. A lot of our filmmakers, local filmmakers, and some of them that are not filmmakers, I'm sorry, not local filmmakers, have submitted some really good films. And I was happy to review some of them, actually all of them. And they're just, I think every year they set the bar higher, right?
Yeah, they do. And it's a great way, if you don't know what the Mystery Box Film Challenge is, it's a great way to, if you're a seasoned professional, if you're a student, or if you want to get to make a film for the first time, it's a great challenge to do that. It's very low key. We're not super strict. And it's a great creative way to make something and get it shown at a festival. And it's pretty awesome.
Yes, that definitely helps a lot of filmmakers because once their films get seen at a festival level, then it creates a hype. They get motivated to do more, and we're just really excited about the selections this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yes, but well, now we're gonna get to Jolie Cook. We have two things that are gonna happen today. We have Jolie Cook, who's going to talk to us a little bit about her experience in the area or just of all the good things that she's doing. And then we're going to do a special preview of Palette, which is a show that I created, and Jolie was part of it. And, we're going to talk more about it, but I mean, it's going to be a really nice episode. And I had to write things down just to introduce this girl. Okay. So
She's done a
if
lot.
I forget something, she's gonna go through it, but she's done so much, and I'm very proud of her, and I'm very thankful of knowing her because I know that she may just be starting with her talent here, but she's gonna take it very far. So
Yeah, definitely.
I'm very happy. But some of the things that she has done, and again, I had to write this thing down because there's just so many. But she has done acting, singing, and some training at the Performing Arts Academy of NEPA, which is CAPA, right in downtown Scranton. Some of you that are probably watching go there or are familiar with that. She has done quite a bit. She has been in many productions, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. I don't want to spoil everything, but she's also a competitive dancer. She has danced with Prima Elite Academy of Dance in Scranton. And she has won both regional and national for tap dancing. Tap dancing. That's
wow,
hard.
pretty impressive.
Okay? Yes. And we're going to have a little trailer so you get a little preview of what you can do. And then throughout our conversation, I'm going to show a couple more clips as well. Another one that I'm very proud of is that she has performed at, guess where? The Apollo Theater in New York.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I mean, if you know the Apollo Theater in New York, a lot of big performers have started there. So I think that's why I know that she's gonna be somewhere one day, you know.
Yeah.
And also, we'll talk a little bit about that. But on her other side, she's also into filmmaking, in commercial work, in television, and she has done some films, both here locally, which the series that she worked with me, but she's also done some stuff in New York. And let me see what she has done stuff for the NYU, in I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but Fairstein Graduate School Cinema. I mean, that's like where filmmakers go, and like they really get a lot of good training there. So for her to be in a production,
Yeah.
at that level, is very, very cool. Very, very nice to see that. And she's gonna talk a little bit about the projects that she has worked for. And again, we have said about what Taffy and Artie are, the one of the stars. Well, actually, he's gonna get mad at me.
Yeah, I don't
He
want to
is
get
the
mad. I
star,
don't want to
along
leave.
right, along with Jolie, where they really did a great job in that show. But I talk a lot,
No,
so
like just be sure to stick around towards the end of the show, and you'll see the first episode of Palette with
exactly.
Artie and Taffy. So,
Mhm. And what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna show you just a little preview of some of the work that Jolie has done, and then we're gonna bring her in and we're gonna talk more about each specific one, whatever she wants to share. Which it will be a great conversation. So stick around. I'm gonna give that right now.
not a drop to drink. Oh, Taffy, it's just a saying. We get art mail from Sue Jenkins. She's a real cool artist who uses lots of different colors in her art, too. Always remember, the journey never ends. So until we meet again, stay imaginative, artistic, and remember, being creative doesn't cost a dime, just takes a spark and a little bit of time. And when you live in a world that you create, you are superb, you're fabulous and great. So anytime you are feeling real low, just grab a pencil and a pad and enjoy the show. Bye, creatives!
Yay!
Wow.
Welcome to Lee on our show. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Jolie, it's a pleasure to have you here. Anything for you. I know that I've known you just for a very short time, but that time that I've known you, I mean, I know you've been so professional at very, very young age. So we're very excited that you're here, and we're just gonna have a nice little conversation. We're gonna get to know you a little bit. We're gonna tell the people that don't know you just how great you are. Okay.
Okay.
So let's start with just you have performed like many stage productions regionally over I think 7 years, and you have played such roles like Matilda, young Nala, and Annie, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna start there. Tell me a little bit about how you got started, how you got interested in the performing arts.
Okay. So my mom, when I was like younger, I think I was about five or
Uh-huh.
six. I moved here and my mom put me in a show, and I think I just liked it, and I just kept going with it, and I'm now here today. So
Yeah, and it's very hard, to get I know a lot of moms that put their kids through a lot of they throw everything creative at them, but you have really stick with a lot of this. Tell me about just the experience in these productions, just maybe for someone who wants to get into the same theater, basically the theater projects that you're doing, just to give them a little bit of a taste of how you felt, or just let's say talk about Annie and see how that got started, or were you always doing all the big parts, or was it something else?
well, I haven't always been big parts.
Okay.
I think like everyone, you kind of start off small and you work your way up to the bigger roles. And that's kind of where I am right now, but yeah.
And on those productions, just how did you get to be Annie? How did you get to be Matilda? Like, tell me, I guess, just to put it a little bit easier for you, just what is the process in that? Like, you're working. I never done theater before, right? So just
Yeah.
tell me, like, as if I've never done it before. Like, how did you?
Auditioning
Right, exactly. That's right. Like, do you have to audition? Like, what do you do with that?
Okay. So, yes, you have to audition for the shows I do. We usually have to pick out a small song cut from like kind of whatever role we're auditioning for, and then we have to do some sides. We're reading sides that like lines that the role you're auditioning for reads, and you usually do it in front of the music director, the director, those kinds of people. And then you can, after you audition, you kind of just have to wait till the cast list comes out. So,
yeah.
So that's probably very nerve wracking. Just the whole audition part, right? Trying to get you're working so hard on a part, and then unfortunately, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Do you have any experience on that? Like anything that you can tell us?
Yeah, I think I do. So like in Adam's Family, I did Adam's Family like a little while ago. I auditioned for I think Wednesday, and I think I got an ancestor, and I was like, okay. And then
Right.
when I got like farther along in the process, it was really, really fun. So yeah.
Yeah, and because a lot of times you're going for certain parts and you don't realize that maybe you like the other one as well, right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let Desiree ask a couple of the
Yes,
next
do.
questions, and then we'll move on to the other part of your creative journey. Okay.
Okay.
With theater, what's it like to perform on stage? I know with me, I'll probably get like nervous and uncomfortable with people watching me. But what's it like performing on stage? If there's any tricks that you do to maybe calm yourself or prepare yourself before going on stage?
Um, I don't know, but I get nervous before I go on stage. I think every performer does because everyone knows what the feeling is. But I don't really do anything backstage. I kind of just chill with my friends and like, yeah.
I mean, over
Yeah.
there, I mean, they have, and I'm just gonna show a couple videos right here. I mean, you have to work with a whole bunch of kids. Like, how do you do it?
Well, you first meet them like in auditions. You kind of see what like the group is and who it is, and I guess as you go along, you just I don't know, you get so close in that group, and they're very easy to work with. So
So you have to sort of build a relationship with them. So, like, just to make sure that they know their lines, you know your lines.
mhm.
What is the process on that? Other than you reading the script, right? You have to do a lot of rehearsal for those kind of shows.
Yeah, we have to do lots of rehearsals. We have like music rehearsals to get
Mhm.
everyone on the different levels they need to be. There's blocking rehearsals where we block the entire show and where we are like to find out where we're going to be on stage. There's dance rehearsals because
Right.
I am more towards musical theater. So there's lots
Okay.
of dancing and singing and yeah. And there's dance rehearsals
Let me lower
and
the volume on this, but I w-
yeah.
okay. So, like, let's see. Like, for this is Annie, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that experience. Just kind of how that came about. I remember going to see that show. I mean, it was just I was so in awe of just how you remember all those lines and also how to sing.
Yeah. Um I'm trying to think.
I'm putting
Well,
you on the spot, right? So, like, let's break it down a little bit, right? So,
okay.
like, right here in this scene that you have, right?
Mhm.
You have to work with that with an animal first of all, because Annie had, there was a dog, and then
Yep.
you also have to sing at the same time, and you're trying to act at the same time. Like, how is the process? How does Jolie deal with that?
Well, so for the shows, you have to have all your lines and all your solos for singing memorized. Um I memorize pretty easily, so
Okay.
it's not that hard for me, but for the acting part and singing, I don't know, it's just not that hard to me. I think it comes to me easily as where it may not for others, but yeah.
So was it always easy for you as far as the script? Like, what is your process on that? Like, what is your process on that? I mean, because for me it wouldn't be easy.
Well, for memorizing, I kind of do one scene at a time. I
Okay.
look at the script and I'm like, I read through the lines that I'm memorizing, and I kind of just read them over and over again, and I kind of make like a mental pictures for
Okay.
different lines, and that's kind of how I memorize. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay. Very,
interesting.
very cool. So how long was this production of Annie? Like, how many shows do you have to do?
We had 2 weekends of shows. So we did I think one on Friday, two on Saturday, and one on Sunday. So we did 4 per weekend. So we did 8 shows altogether.
8 shows
Oh wow.
altogether. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So that was for Annie. You did a young Matilda, or how about that one? I don't know if I have a clip for that one. But I'll look for it while you tell me more about that experience.
For Matilda,
Yeah, I think I do have it right here. Let me get rid of that
Matilda,
one.
I played that was Matilda Junior. I actually did Matilda twice. I did Matilda the main stage first, and I was
Okay.
Lavender, and then I did Matilda Junior, which I was Matilda in. And
Oh,
this clip is from Matilda Junior the summer camp.
okay.
So for summer camp we have 2 weeks. and
weeks.
1 week
Wow.
has to be tech week. So basically you have to get all the dancing and blocking done and memorizing in the first week, and then the whole second week is tech week, and then we put the show on in a weekend. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh wow! So for those who don't know, like Tech Week is when you get everything, like all the nicks and knacks, like ready to go, like just so there's no
Like
issues.
lighting and sound and
Yeah, lighting, sound, props, shoes, yeah, just a lot.
Pretty much everything. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. No, I mean that's really good because I mean if someone here is watching and they want to do something like that, I mean just the idea that it takes a lot of work, right? Like for you to do all this and how does it feel like when you just have like you have one shot, right? Like this is it. Like what happens if you make a mistake? Like what do you do?
yeah, you just keep
If-
going or
Yeah, if you make a mistake, you just keep going. I mean, it's live theater, so there's always going to be mistakes. And sometimes the audience doesn't even know because they don't know the show. And I mean, they may be
Right.
familiar with the title, but they don't know how we're doing
Yeah.
the show. So if someone makes a mistake, you just keep going.
Oh, that's very very good advice, right? Because
Yeah.
you know a lot of times a little mistake for us as audience we don't even know. Like you said, like you know
Mhm.
that's happening. Very very cool. Well, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move on to your you also do competitions, right? Tap
Yeah.
dancing competitions. But tell us a little bit about that. I think what I'll do is let me bring up one of the clips so we can just talk more about that. What I was super. I thought it was like, look at this, like this is amazing. Tell me a little bit about that.
yeah.
Well, competition season is literally right around the corner. We start next weekend, and we've been getting ready to do all our dances, getting ready with costumes, rhinestoning the costumes, like learning the dances, and we've been doing that since about September. So yeah.
So, is this something that you do every year?
Yeah, I think I've been doing competitive dancing for like 4 or 5 years. I'm not sure which,
Oh,
but
wow.
close enough. And
And you also have a
it's
partner that you do tap dancing, right? Or I mean, competitions as well. This is a different location, but just to show that you do stuff with another young lady.
yeah, that's my duo partner. We have another duo this year, which we're doing next weekend. We do all our routines next weekend. And yeah, we've been duo partners for the last 3 years,
3 years.
and we've won every competition we've been to, including nationals. So
That's
Oh
great.
wow, this is the clip that I thought like we're gonna watch. I hope
That's
it's
pretty
not too
awesome.
loud. But look at that. Tell me a little bit about that. Like what, like the rhythm with that is just so like cool.
yeah,
What is this called?
um, uh, we drum too. So that kind of means that we're tap dancing and we drum. Using the drums last year was because me and Maya, we had never used drums before, so we had to completely learn a new skill just to do this.
Right.
And we just kept practicing, and we just got it. And
Now you're doing this at the same time that you're doing theater and film.
yes,
Oh,
That must
my
be a
week,
lot.
yeah, my week is very, very packed. I dance almost every night. I'm not in a show right now, but I do have some upcoming stuff. And yeah.
very cool. Very cool. I mean, it's just I mean, you must love it. I mean,
Yeah.
just to do it that much, right?
Yeah, I really do enjoy it. It's very much my whole world. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear. And you know, it's really good to hear because I want to talk to people about like the Apollo Theater, the stuff that you've done. I think you have done like the amateur night. Is that
Hmm.
correct for singing and tap dancing?
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, you won first place on one of them, one of the weekly singing. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, I've been 4 times,
Uh-huh.
and I won with my singing, and then I went back. So That was 2 times. And then I tapped at the Apollo twice with my duo partner.
And that was the
Wow.
clip that we showed before, right?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool, very cool. So, okay, so tell me a little bit about the singing. Like, how does that why is the Apollo Theater so popular, right? Like, what do they have to do? I think they have to either clap or boo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Okay, so
So,
tell me about that.
okay, so thankfully I'm part of the child stars, so we cannot get booed off. But
Oh,
the
okay.
adult performers, they can get booed off, which is like,
Well, that's
so
intense.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. But
That's very
thankfully,
intense.
thankfully we can't get booed off. So yeah.
So, so how does they just basically boot them off the stage, or like how does it work?
Yeah, so the child performers go first, and then there's like an intermission with the DJ, and then the adult performers come on, and they go one by one, or if they're doing like whatever their act is.
Right.
And if the crowd doesn't like them, they just decide like if they can boo to get them off stage, or if they can clap and cheer and they can make it through the whole song. And if you get booed off stage, if the audience becomes very loud with boos, there's a siren that comes on, and there's a man that
Wow.
comes off stage and like kicks you off, and he does a funny little dance, and then he just goes off too.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
No. Yeah, that's definitely nerve-wracking. So what is the difference between like as you feeling as a performer when you go from a small theater to something like New York City?
I don't even really know how to explain it. It's incredible because, as you know, there has been so many big and like these great performers that have all performed at the Apollo, and it's like, wow, I get to go there too.
That's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
no. Go ahead, Desiree. I know we're gonna talk a little bit about film. I usually take over the conversation,
That's
so
all right.
Desiree usually has to, you know, tell me a little bit. But go ahead, Desiree. Sorry about that.
But we know that you've been acting in films and things like that, especially with Luz. So, what made you decide that you wanted to act in films specifically?
I think because I was doing a lot of musical theater work, and I was just like, why not just expand my horizon just to do other things?
Right.
And I think that's just pretty much how it came on.
Do you want
Very
like
cool.
is there types of work in the future that you would like to do more of? Do you want to do more like are you looking to go on to Broadway, or you want to do more film work or television?
Honestly, I would like to do both in my future. I really like both. I very much enjoy both, so I kind of want to keep both of them like
Yeah.
with me along as I go.
Yeah, it's great.
So the difference between both of them, like this particular one, what I really like is that you're doing a performance, and then in the final product as well, they're doing some animation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty,
tell me a
pretty
little
cool.
bit about the experience on that.
So in the beginning, I kind of knew I was going to be animated, so it was cool to like know that like someone's going to animate me, and I was like their kind of like representation of how
Right.
it was going to come
The
out.
movie.
And I think the clip that is showing right now, that was the kind of first film that I did where I was completely animated.
Oh, wow.
Because there's some animation in Palette as well. So yeah.
Right. And we'll show a little bit of palette as well. But what I liked about this is that you're also giving kids that are watching, the idea that it's like you don't necessarily just have to be, on camera as live action. A lot of the opportunities
Yeah.
that are out there are through animation.
Yeah.
Correct?
hmm
Have you done any voiceover or anything like that yet, or?
I haven't yet. I would
All right.
like to, but I haven't done any yet. So.
Very good. I'm sure you're gonna get more opportunities as you have. And I mean, other than that, I think palette. We can talk a little bit about that. I know Desiree had a couple questions just for us on the making of palette. While
Mhm.
she does that, I'm gonna try to share a little clip as well. Okay.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people have probably heard about Palette coming out. So if you want to just talk about what is Palette essentially about and what was your experience like with working on that little show?
Okay. Well, Palette is about a little girl who is me in the show, and she loves exploring the colors and shapes of the town, which is PA. And she does it with her two little best friends, Artie and Taffy, which they are right there behind
Yep.
Luz.
What I really like about Palette, obviously, that we work together on it, Jolie.
Mhm.
I think I've been in other places saying this. Is just all the cool stuff that we were able to do, and just the professionalism that you took when it came down to production, right? We're talking about something that had a lot of dialogue, and just like how you talked about scripts, right? It's very easy for you to just memorize something.
Mhm.
I thought, when you work with kids, it's gonna be very hard, but I think kids are so much better with scripts, and just the way you took on just the script memorizing. I thought that was amazing. I think that's a great asset that you have.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
so tell me what, without putting you on the spot, what was the best part of Palette? Best thing that you like?
I really enjoyed working in different places. Like we got to film at McDade, which is the clip of me riding my bike. McDade, we got to film downtown in the courtyard, and I was playing around there and all the different sets that were made by Luce. And yeah.
Yes, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to share a clip,
Oh, and
but
Prisma.
yes, the cool thing about it is that, let me see if I can find a couple other clips. Like, we have some that we're not gonna watch today, but we did quite a few episodes on this. I think you get to see your dad here, Desiree, on this one, in the little intro that we have on Scranton Talks, because that's one of the episodes where we talk about
Always good.
line.
Yeah.
Now, Jolie, what do you think? You as an actress, you want kids to take out of Palette, like just the idea of art and community. Like, what do you think? When they watch, they should actually take out.
I think all the little lessons that are kind of it, like
Mhm.
there's a episode about line, about color, about texture. So I think those are kind of the main things they should take out.
Right. And now all the artists, like you hear, see Chris Jordan, we had like Keisha Denson, Sue Jenkins. Tell me about that. I know that you met some of them at the premiere, right? But you
Yeah.
didn't necessarily work with them when we were doing the production.
Mhm.
Now, tell me about just what you learned about the artists as well.
Um, I well, they were all so sweet to me at the premiere, and I think they did a great job in the film. I learned what like there's so many different things that everyone did, like photography and like painting, and they all did such different things, and it was really cool to see that people have so many different talents.
Yeah, and I think Desiree, the cool thing about that
Yeah.
we were trying to do with this show was just to showcase, in a very creative way, all the artists that are part of this community,
Yeah.
and Jolie being one of them. Right, Jolie was at the center of the show, in the sense that she is the main character, and she is she's representing more than just kids, right? She's representing artists in this area that are are talented, right? And that we have
Yeah,
to
definitely.
sort of protect, right? And also encourage and highlight, because if we don't, then really there's no point in having a community, right? So that's what I like more about that, in the sense, and we had a lot of fun. We definitely did.
Yeah, and also kind of showing how important it is to have children be involved in the arts at a very early age, and if that, I think that's very important with a lot of schools maybe not having like a robust arts program at this point, but also kind of like they need art, not just mathematics, not just English, but also music and things like that.
Exactly. And just to bring it back to Jolie, like Jolie, what do you think is next for you? I'm gonna put in a couple pictures just so you can people can see a slideshow of all the adventures that Jolie has come across. And this is your opportunity before we come to a close on the show to put in questions. If you have questions for Jolie, if you have comments, feedback, we'll be
Yeah.
able to ask them about that. Go right ahead, Jolie. I apologize. Just tell us a little bit about all this slideshow that we're looking at.
Well, I like as an actress and dancer and singer, you have to travel places to do things. Like I mostly travel to New York, to do jobs and stuff. Like the Apollo is in New York, and I was recently just there with my dual partner. Um, and it's just a lot of fun going different places, seeing different things, and yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, and
So nice to hear.
it must be exciting to be traveling and meeting different kinds of people.
Yeah, it definitely is.
All right, all right. So no, I mean, I think that everything that you're saying is great. Now I know that we have a couple questions before the show, just to sort of end the show, and before we do the preview of Palette, Desiree, do you want to ask Jolie just I don't know if we forgot a couple questions here, but I know the main question is the one that's coming up.
Well, our signature question that we always ask our guests is, what advice would you give to up and coming filmmakers?
Just keep doing what you're doing, because eventually it'll get bigger and bigger, and then you'll be like, I don't know, you'll just keep going. That's my advice.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, and I mean, and I think that's great. I think you're being a little modest, like on that. I mean, you do work very hard. Some of the films that you have done are already on big festivals. They really are going. She has worked with a lot of professionals, and I think you've done a couple background work on like some major shows that are out. Um, Palette just got accepted to a film festival in Peru.
That's
So
great.
little kids that speak Spanish are enjoying that, and you are sort of traveling around the world with Taffy and Artie. You are on like all other awesome productions. So I think I'm gonna add to what advice she should give is everybody should learn from Jolie that you gotta work hard. What I mean, if I am not mistaken, Jolie, you come home very late all the time because you're always on the run, right?
Yep. I think Mondays are my latest nights.
Yeah.
I'm at dance till 9, so those
Wow.
are my
Wow.
latest nights. But it's okay.
So do you have any upcoming projects, anything, or are you just trying as much as you can right now?
I actually do. I booked a film with
Oh wow.
NYU. I'm pretty sure. I am in Luzerne County's Got Talent.
All
I'm
right.
singing in
Nice.
that one, and like I said before, um, competition season is like literally right around the corner. So yeah.
Very, very cool. And I mean,
Nice.
again, we're very proud of all the work you have done. Is there, I think you have an Instagram, right? In a
I do.
Facebook,
Yes.
like a professional page. Let
My
me see if I can find it. Well, I mean, I think it's Jolie.cook.
It's Jolie
Uh,
Cook actor for my Instagram, and I'm not sure what
okay.
my Facebook is, but it may be the same thing. So, yeah.
Cool, cool. Yeah. So they can find you where on Instagram, Facebook,
hmm
and
Yeah, both of those.
very, very cool. So if
Nice.
anybody's interested in booking Jolie for some work, she does have a manager, and you gotta go through her mother, okay?
Yeah.
So she will make sure that everything, if it's a great project and it fits what Jolie wants to do, I think it's a great thing to know that this talent is here and is around, and we have to foster that talent. So if anyone is looking just to see what the stuff that she is doing, and of course, the bigger supporter, your mother.
Aw.
Like she is so proud of you, and we are proud of you as well, Jolie.
Yeah, it's
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you very
I
much.
think I can speak for Desiree and myself that we are very happy that you were in the show, and
Yeah, it's so great to have you here.
Thank you.
right.
Thank you
And
so much.
what we're gonna do now is we will show the episode. So if you want to stick around till the end, that way we can say our proper goodbyes. But we're gonna show the episode one, and I hope people like it. I think they will.
Yeah,
And but before we do that, Desiree, I think we need to close our
we're
show
wrapping
with
up.
yeah. I always forget. I always forget
No,
to
we're
do
wrapping up.
the wrap
Um,
up. So
But
go ahead,
yeah,
Desiree.
we want to thank everyone so much for joining us this evening for our Scranton Talks with Jolie Cook. We always have wonderful events coming up, so be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date on what we have going on. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to see any of our previous talks here. We also have a podcast on multiple platforms where you get your podcast. You can listen to all our previous talks on there as well.
Yes, Jolie, you're gonna be on a podcast as well. So you can take out your iPhone and listen to this in a couple of weeks. We do have some really cool things happening that we're gonna update you as we go. Don't forget that NEPA Film Festival. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a March episode, but you never know. So if in case we don't forget about that NEPA Film Festival that is coming up. The tickets are on sale, right?
It looks like you can go on the website and purchase tickets. So if you want to give it a try, it's on there.
Oh, perfect. And I think this year is at the Waverly Community House.
Yep, it's at the Waverly
and
Community House.
and it should be a pretty fun. Other than that, then thank you so much for joining us, Jolie. We're gonna leave everyone with palette. Hopefully, I have it all set to go. Yes, and then we will be looking out for all the good stuff that you're doing around here in New York, and I don't know. We don't know what the future will hold, but I think it's gonna be really good. All right. Thank you, everybody. Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Hey, creatives! Just caught me painting a wonderful scene of the Lackawanna River. What a beautiful place. The colors are so crisp. The primary and the secondary. Oh, Taffy, what do you mean you don't know what the primary and secondary colors are? Of course you do. Oh, all right, I'll tell you, but make sure you pay attention this time. Taffy, I told you to pay attention. When you need a color, there's many you can choose, but all the colors start from red, yellow, and blue. When you need a color, there's many you can choose, but all the colors start somewhere, red, yellow, and blue. And when you mix the primaries, some magical occurs. Purple, orange, and green will suddenly emerge. My palette's full of colors. Purple, orange, and green. My palette's full of colors, even colors I've never seen. My palette's full of colors. Red, yellow, and blue. My palette's full of colors. Fun for me and you. 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 So, Taffy, now do you understand? Great. Now may I please see your painting? Oh, please, Taffy. I'm sure it's artastic. Oh, Taffy. I know you're a cat, but that doesn't mean you have to be a copycat. Oh, don't worry, Taffy. You'll get there. You just have to use your creativity. Plus, I think your tree could use a tad more green. And speaking of green, why don't we go take a bike ride at the park? How many colors in the crayon box? Colors, colors, oh so great. How many colors in the crayon box? Let's call them from 1 to 8. Black, brown, orange, purple, green, yellow, red, and blue.
The wonderful world of Miss Parasol.
There once flew a bluebird over a beautiful green tree, fluttered by a red flower who was playfully courting a yellow bee. And the bluebird flew faster, weaving in and out of the white clouds, toward the sound of a purple trumpet, playing awfully loud. Toot, toot, said the trumpet. Chirp, chirp, the bluebird replied, then flew off toward the rainbow of colors our world cannot hide.
Green.
Green.
Green. Hello. You look lovely today.
Why, thank you, kind soul. You look quite dashing, too. I must say so myself.
Complementary colors. Wow, great dancing. You have a lot of talent.
Why, thank you. You are too kind.
Complementary colors.
Neo-Impressionism.
Spot the color with Taffy and Artie.
Red.
Red.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Blue.
Blue.
Winner!
Red. Yellow. And blue. Colors, colors, everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Oh, Taffy, it's just a saying.
Art mail, art mail, art mail.
Sue Jenkins.
Whoa, we get art mail from Sue Jenkins. She's a real cool artist who uses lots of different colors in her art, too.
Press the button to start.
Okay, Taffy. You can press the button.
Hi, Patty. Hi, Taffy. So nice to meet you. My name is Sue Jenkins. I'm a visual artist and designer. I love that you're learning about color today because color is one of my favorite elements of art to play with. So there's principles of art and there's elements of art. The elements of art are the things that you use to create the work itself, like color and value and line and texture and even working with letter forms. But the principles of art, those are the sort of general rules that you follow that help you put all the pieces together in a harmonious way so that you can create something that's really beautiful. So we're talking about harmony and unity and balance and even things like rhythm and repetition. And all of these things work together to create something that's simple in its form and beautiful. Colors can communicate a lot of information like thoughts, emotions, and ideas. Colors can make us feel hungry or calm or energized, and so much more. Right now, my favorite color is yellow because it reminds me of sunshiny summer days. When I create illustrations, I like to use color harmonies to emphasize certain parts of my drawings. And here are some of my more colorful photos where color is the key element. Sometimes when I take photographs, I like to focus in on certain colors and objects like chairs and cats and trees. I hope you give it a try yourself and share what you make with your favorite people and cats. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. You can find me on Instagram at Lucky Chair. Bye.
Whoa. That was an artastic video. Sue Jenkins certainly has creativity! Oh, Taffy, I think you're a great artist too. We sure did learn a lot about color today. The primary, the secondary, the complementary, and colors are everywhere. And even if they aren't, we can imagine them. Yup, I see colors nobody has ever seen when I close my eyes. And I hope you will too. So until we meet again, stay imaginative and artistic, and remember, being creative doesn't cost a dime, just takes a spark and a little bit of time. And when you live in a world that you create, you are superb, you're fabulous and great. So anytime you are feeling real low, just grab a pencil and a pad and enjoy the show. Bye, creatives! Meow, meow.